Oh, second.
Good evening, folks. Fuzzy.
What's up,
Laser, Anton. I'm good. How's everyone else?
Yeah,
Not too bad.
Come on, guys, cheer up, man. It's a long call.
It was so nice until I saw the scoreline. Huh?
Yeah. First and foremost, though, let's big up everybody that's locking on tonight, man.
Yeah,
big up to everybody locked on. And if you are joining us on the replay, big up to you. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends and family and peers. Thank you. So where do we start, guys? Shall we just get right into it? Liverpool, Brighton. First of all, you got to do the housekeeping for people. Smash that like button. Smash that, guys, please. So, Liverpool versus Brighton review.
Bro. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, double.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where do we start, guys? What happened? 2 points dropped or 2 points gained?
Yeah, mate. It was one of those games like, like when we got 2-0 up, I just knew something was not right. Like with the team, the way we was. If you look at the first minute, they went through on goal already. You know what I mean? The first couple minutes, and it was like, oh man, it showed the defense is just not all together, man. I honestly think, I don't know what you guys think. I think the defense and the midfield are too far apart. I honestly think that. I don't think there's an anchor man. I think Henderson is too far. I think the other two are too far from the defense, and normally Fabinho will stay in front of the defense, and those interceptions are important in games, and that's what we're missing. I don't know what you guys
missing a rock.
Of course,
yeah, we're missing some steel. We're missing Wijnaldum. A lot of people say, "Oh, we ain't gonna miss him," and I think this is the reason why Klopp has got attacking this season, because he knows as a whole, as a unit, we can't defend properly, and you're now seeing that return to that frantic, chaotic style from 17-18. All that attack, high pressing, then we drop off, then we counter press, and it's not sustainable for 90 minutes, guys. It's not. The boys looked absolutely gassed by the 65th minute, and it was a case of, for me, we were holding on, and we were launching balls forward, desperation balls for Salah, and then Jota come on, and we had no ideas to break them down, and Brighton were just playing right through us, cutting through the midfield like the midfield was non-existent, guys. And it's all good saying, Ox. For me, it did change when Keita come off, but we can't blame Ox and Jones because that's not their game. It's not Curtis Jones' game, and I don't think it ever will be. Maybe Klopp could mold him into that, but you can see the way how he's nimble and he plays. He's more of a technical. He's more got the guile and the drive to go forward, and a flair player. He's not defensively built. That's not his style. You look at the shots and that. You look at the shots and that, guys. Like, make that a bit larger, please, Buzzy.
You look at the shots and that, like it's really bad. It's really bad, guys. Like, look, 14 shots, 3 on target. They got 6 on target, and we're the home team, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? And it shows, like, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if you guys know. It's like the recovery from our defense is like non-existent. Like when they get through on goal, it's like, go ahead. If you could beat Alisson, you could beat him. If not. That's how it looks to me when I was at the game. I was watching it, and then I see like people taking 3 shots on Alisson, guys. Like, where's the recovery? You know what I mean? Normally, if a player goes like past our defense, they will recover and try to get the ball back. But now it looks like, okay, whatever happens, happens. I mean, if they score, they score. If they don't, they don't. That's how I see it, guys. I don't know how you look at it, Anton.
It was abysmal. As Alan Hansen used to say, it was abysmal for me. 2-0 up and that, and then it's like give it away. You know what? Like I said, I messaged earlier. I said about the midfield. I thought like they overrun us a little bit. Playing. They played a false 9 as well, and Trossard. I did say he was going to be a problem. He was a problem. He was a toothache. That's what he was. He's a toothache. He's a problem, man. He was involved in all the problems for me.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He was going up top, dropping deep, coming off the side. He was everywhere. Like that's how Firmino should play, really.
And if you look,
he was brilliant.
Brighton, I know most guys. I know we had our injury problems last year, but Brighton took 4 points off us last season. 1-1 draw at the Amex, and they beat us 1-0 at Anfield. The season before, if you remember, when we went on to win the title, It was a difficult game. Yes, there was no crowds. I think we won 3-2, and Trossard scored a the other goal. Now, the reverse fixture at Anfield, I think Alisson got sent off. Yes, we had 10 men, but I remember we were hanging on in that game immensely. Go back to the fixtures prior to that now. So we're talking 1890. We beat them 1-0 in both games. Remember? Amex at the Amex was 1-0 and 1 in Anfield. Salah scored at the start of the game. And I remember Fabinho had to play centre-back if I'm right. It was after we lost to Man City at the Etihad. So Brighton, under Graham Potter, has always made it very difficult for us. You know, the no mugs, they know how to play for us. But I think at the moment for Liverpool, we're going to have to do something sharpish if we want to win this Premier League title, because how it stands now, it's all good saying, yeah, Liverpool's not defeated yet. That will come. We continue to keep playing like that. That defeat's going to come. It's going to be a slap on the face. It's going to be a right slap on the face, just like what happened with Watford before we could go undefeated. It was a much stronger side there. But at the moment, you can see Van Dijk's not up to full fitness. He's not up to the player he was prior to the injury. But as Fuzzy alluded to and yourself, the transition and the gap between defence and the forward players is too big. It's alarming. It's non-existent.
Of course.
And when you don't have Steele in there like Fab and an anchor man, someone sitting, then we're in big trouble. You know, Henderson can't do it on his own. And then they always target the side where Trent's on as well.
I don't know if you guys seen the bits when he's trying to like instruct players where to be. You know what I mean? Like in the pitch. Like, he's shouting at players, telling them, you got to be there. He shouldn't be doing that. These guys
that's his best asset
everything in football. But they've won everything in football. Surely you know where to go.
That's his best asset. You know, he's like the manager on the field. You know what I'm saying? The manager's faults and things on the field, and he tells it. He says, "Look, guys, this is how you meant to be. Like, come on, that's how you meant to be. Come on, shouting and do whatever to get."
I could see the disappointment on your face, man. I was crushed after that draw because it was like we threw the 2 points down. And the thing is, we played Manchester United the week before. We didn't even play well to beat them. We absolutely battered them 5-0. I remember saying when I was out watching a game with my mates, I said, when it was 2-0, I thought it's not enough, and we shouldn't get to the stage as Liverpool supporters and fans where 2-0 is not enough. That is not the marker of a championship team. It's not the marker of a championship team, guys. You can play all the fancy football in the world, but if you ain't got a defensive unit and defensive solidarity, you ain't winning fuck all. I'm just going to tell you how it's tonight.
We're coming like old school Brendan Rodgers. Remember I mentioned that Brendan Rodgers? You scored. Yeah.
And it's not good enough, man.
That's not going to work out, man. But that's
There's no way Brighton should have...
Klopp's doing them things there with Ronaldo gone. He used the legs. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't the best player, but his legs were vital.
Possessional keeping, bro.
His legs were vital. His legs were vital. His engine was crazy. He was like 13 years old, man. Every
he was a good retriever of the ball. You know That's what he done well.
He was. You know
what I mean?
He dogged.
And for me, it's not good enough, man. We shouldn't. A team like Brighton, and I'm not disrespecting them. We're going to get the table up now. Let's get the table up and let's look at how it stands at the moment. So how it stands now, Brighton are in 8th place. And they've dropped a couple of points. I think they've had like the defeat to Man City prior to that and a couple of draws in there. So, you know, you can see their goal difference is at 0. So for me, I always say they haven't got that potency like a lot of the other sides to kill games off. If once they get that, they want something good.
For
me, a team like Liverpool FC's caliber shouldn't let a team like Brighton rock up to Anfield and just score 2 goals like that to the point where they almost won it, but it was offside.
But we have to take into consideration the first goal they scored was a worldie.
It was, and I think it was a fluke as well.
It was. Yeah. Was he crossing it? He was just hitting him. He just tried it.
It was a fluke. That was
no way he's got another one again. But he just went, you know what?
Let me try.
I mean, just have a go, bang, out of the blue. Then my cross. I'm just gonna hit
the table up again. There was a mishap with my mouse. Yeah, so you might have to take that graphic off for me 1 second, please, Faz.
Yeah,
This side. Where are we? Brand. Yeah, so looking at the table now, we're 3 points behind Chelsea now. We have a tough game against West Ham United this coming weekend. That's must win, guys. Already, that's must win. Because Chelsea's fixture on paper looks easy. Now, we don't want them to start going 6 points ahead. We've got to lose players like Salah and Mane in the African Cup of Nations. These are top quality players for us. How are we going to cope? And this is why it feels like to me, when I'm watching Liverpool's football, it looks frantic. And sometimes, yes, it's all attacking, FIFA-like video game, like I'm scoring the goals, but it looks desperation. There's no control. If we're going to be truthful to ourselves, we're not controlling games. AC Milan, Manchester City, there's numerous games that could wheel off on the top of my head now.
If you look at it, it's all the same. It's all the same.
It's all the same patterns,
the same goals, the same everything.
All the same. Teams are just cutting through us and they win. Like, Brighton should have taken the lead, honestly, in the first minute. And we can't keep expecting Alisson to bail us out. So
we're not defending well at all.
Something needs to be done on the training. But what's happening, guys, now? We're getting these occurring injuries to the midfield. Last year it was the defense. Now it's the midfield. And we can't, and it shows everyone started to say, oh, see, we didn't replace them.
That's what I was saying before, the other time before when they asked us about should we got players in, I said, yeah. I said, yeah, because anything could happen. And look what happened. I'm happy. I'm actually happy it's happened early in the season. These players can still,
but you see, the thing is,
you know what I'm saying?
Is it going to get rectified? We had the problem last year. We knew Dejan Lovren was leaving. We did F4 to do anything about it. Waited right at the 31st of January, and we get 2 people that we didn't even want. Kabak, that's having a nightmare season at Norwich City, and this Ben Davies geezer that nobody knows and nobody got to see. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't leave us with huge optimism that we're going to get someone. And I know Yves Bissouma's got his problems, and innocent to proving guilty, so we're not going to talk about that here. But when I watched him play against our team, that's a player that is crying to be in our team. Solid player. The way he was driving through the midfield, cutting up the midfield. He's a player tailor-made without a replacement. And it would be on the cheap. The longer we leave it, I'm not sure what his contract situation is. We're just dithering around too much. I'm looking at the table. Yes, it looks pretty thin, a 0 next to the last. Right? One more time. But that's typical Liverpool, that is. Only Liverpool can do that. Do you know what I mean? We're not top of the table, guys, so it doesn't mean jack doodly diddly squat. Do you know what I mean?
We just need to improve, man. We need to improve drastically.
Immensely, man. Let's get some comments up, man. Big up to everybody locked in and locked on. Big up to Abdul. Such a disappointment this game, especially after the win at Old Trafford. I agree. Felt like that game was a waste. Do you think the result is down to managerial decisions? Would you have played a different starting 11, or what went wrong in your opinion? If you can break it down, please, guys.
Listen, that's the next subject anyway. Like we're going to be talking about. So
might as well start, man.
Might as well just start.
Big up to Joe as well, man. Big up to yourself, Joe.
Sorry, hang on. Hang on.
Take that off. I'll stop my screen.
With Klopp at the moment, it's a bit difficult. I'll tell you why, people. Like with him, the season we won the league, we started more or less with the same 11 until the new year. The new second half of the season, we started rotating because we was way ahead of everyone else. Now what he's doing is rotating the team and expect them to do well on the pitch, like Curtis Jones, for example, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and all these guys who are, they're not well. I can't call them first team players. They're just
fringe.
They're fringe at best, but. Curtis Jones, if you want him to defend, he ain't gonna defend. Let's just be honest here. If you watch him midfield, watch from last season. If you watch him last season to this season, guys, his defending has been abysmal. Yes, he's young and he's gonna learn, etc. Whatever. But what is our aim for the season? Are we here to win a league, or are we here just to make up the numbers and be in the top 4? Right? What do we want? That's the question I'm asking here. Because if we're gonna let this kid play in midfield where he can't even defend, and each time he's on the ball, he gets caught out, and then he drops on the floor, and they go bypass him and they score a goal. You know what I mean? So it's gonna keep happening until we learn. Even we gave him prompts like in the Man United game. But people, if you watch the game again, you're gonna see this guy losing the ball on a regular basis.
A couple of times,
I saw it a few times. I watched the game back at Man United.
Unforced errors.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe's does it a lot.
Wow. Come on, man. You're a professional footballer now. I know you're young, but there's people younger than you I've seen keep the ball better than that, the right decision making. And then he's doing too much. I was actually swearing at the TV, and I never really do that. I'm like, come on, are you serious? He's like, he was talking to me like he was there. I was like,
Anton, how many times did you see like we was attacking and he passes it back to Van Dijk? Like, how many? I saw that the other day. Like, I was actually shouting in the stands, and everybody was looking at me. What are you shouting for? Because you know he's a local guy. That's what people go after. But it's nothing to do. I'm treating everyone the same. You know what I mean? But when you're going forward, go forward. Don't go back to the damn defender and expect him to do miracles. You know what I mean? Like, I know Van Dijk can pass the ball from the back, but once that place is blocked, what could he do next? Nothing. So it's just passing the ball back. Just cross the ball in the box. See what happens. There could be an own goal. There could be someone at the end of it. You know what I mean? Etc. It's a mess, man. It's really a mess. It's disappointing. Like the last comment said, like, how can you go to Old Trafford and batter the team, like, even we didn't play with 100%, 5-0, and then you come home in your Anfield, the crowd behind you, everyone behind you, and then you drew 2-2, like when you're 2-0
You got the 12th man with you.
Enough, guys. I'm sorry, but that's not good enough, man.
I'm not underestimating that Brighton, but you can't be beating Man United 5-0 at their ground. I know they're going through turmoil and whatever, and then draw. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. But
if we got to Joe Powell, this is something that we need to talk. This conversation needs to be brought up, right? Thiago seems to be gone a while now, and everyone's talking about Naby things, Naby Keita, injury. This I know it's a case of we paid a huge investment for Naby Keita. He's been at the club for 3 seasons now. 18, 19, he came, and he hasn't lived up to potential. You know, he's had a lot of injuries here and there. He's made of glass, essentially. But for me, Thiago has been nowhere to be seen. So what's the score with Thiago now? Because we are missing someone like his caliber in the midfield to control a game, dictate the tempo. But it's been ages, man. I don't think he's made an appearance yet this season. And you saw the difference when he came in at the back end of the last season when we had to wake up and snap out of that rut and go on a run to get qualified for the Champions League, essentially. But we can do with a player now, and it's no good having all these players at the helm, but all injured, all on the treatment table, all in the hospital bed.
That's
you know what I mean?
thing,
Milner's an
man.
old man in terms of football. He cannot play 3 games a week. I knew this was coming because when you look at the Man United game, Milner was already in the red zone, guys. He was already there. You know what I mean? And it was
a bad
risky
pass,
to
man.
bring. Yeah, it was a hospital pass.
by Robbo, man.
It was
man.
I'm sorry, guys, but we've got to talk about Robbo as well. I'm sorry, man. I'm being serious. I know, like,
Don't be sorry, boss.
But Robbo has been appalling this season. I don't care what anyone says to me, man. People need to wake up to reality. I know everybody wants to be like, Robbo, he's a hero and all that stuff. But you need to call him out as well, guys. He has been appalling. You look at that second goal, the way he played everyone on side. And then when the guy Tossard came towards him, he tried to do a back heel. What we done in the playground back in the day, Anton. What we used to do in the freaking playground, Anton. He tried to do the back heel thing.
It was
Send him on the wrong side, bro. Send him on his left side.
Yeah.
I mean, if you already played them on side, why are you like letting him come inside and take you on like that? So that's what I'm saying about Robbo, people. Like, enough of this nonsense, man. You know, like, he's got a competitor there now, a guy who's competing for his position. If he's not gonna take it and play the Robbo that he used to, listen. He doesn't set up goals anymore. He doesn't defend well anymore. He doesn't run for the team anymore. So what more can we say about Robbo, guys? Like, he needs a rest. He
needs a rest, man. And
he needs a rest, man.
I've noticed somebody in the comments say something about the changes. There was a comment a minute ago. Where's the change? Where was that?
Why did Klopp change the personnel after the Man United win?
I can't remember who it was. Someone said basically, shall we change it for Atletico and go stronger for West Ham? For me, I'll find a comment in a bit. It may have been Abdul. For me, we have to go strong for Atletico. we just got to get this one out the way. I think it makes a lot of sense to play a proper team against Atletico, one of the best teams we can put out. Get the 3 points if possible. Take a draw. That will give us the 10 points. Then we move on to West Ham United because we cannot afford to be losing to Atletico. Then we got Porto. Yes, we can do it with 9 points, but it's a gamble. I've seen teams go out of the Champions League on 9 points before.
Yeah, true.
So, for me, I think we should just say that. Plus, it will bring back morale in the team. I don't think we should go there with a depleted side. And start experimenting too much and then thinking about West Ham. There's still a lot of time to claw it back in the league. Even if we've got a point, it's not the worst case scenario against West Ham United. And we're in form at the moment as well. That's going to be a tough game, guys.
Yeah, give it to them, man.
One thing I noticed though, guys, I heard from a lot of people that Anfield was like a library. I wasn't there in person.
It was dead,
and when I look at Liverpool's fixtures and results to me, it seems like we're doing better away. We're playing with more freedom and no fear. We're just going for the jugular. We're at home. I don't know if the crowd's stifling us and there's too much pressure on our backs. I don't know. What do you make of it, guys? Because most of our big results have been away, you know.
It was quiet. I gotta be real. It was quiet for Anfield. Like
it might be
the AC Milan game.
Might be on something. Might be on something. Might be on something.
The thing is with us in that game, we were just too open. You know what I mean, the fans.
Yeah,
you know, like when you're used to watching Liverpool, you know what I mean, like watching most of your life, you know what's to come. That's how it was in the crowds. We already knew, even with the 2-0 up, they were creating chances on a regular basis, and it was scary. So it was more like all of us scared of like what's to come, and we knew there was going to be a sucker punch. We just see it. You could see it right in front of your face. It's happening right in front of your face.
You know when I knew it was going to be when Manny scored 3-0 and it come off his hand. And I said it on the live watch along. I said, we're going to get robbed now. You could just see everything was going against us. I think there was a chance before that Salah had a goal as well, which was offside. It was clearly offside. But Bobby had a chance where he should have scored. He fell to the wrong player. I was thinking, what are you doing? Bobby, I feel like we were far too casual in that game. And this is why arrogance creeps into our play. Like,
there's another thing you got to look at as well. There's another thing
Bobby can finish, it'll be a problem.
Oh, that chip! Oh my God!
Honestly, I swear he would be a problem. That's when he was like, you know what, these guys are formidable. I know when that saying when we had the top three, the best top threes in the world or something. I remember at that time because he was setting up goals, not scoring much, but he was still a problem. Yeah. But if he could finish. A lot of teams just play defensive against us, man. He does get chances, man.
You know, guys, I looked into it. Yeah, I looked deep into that defense. Yeah, you know what the issue is? Like, they expect him Van Dijk to do what Van Dijk used to do. I've seen this. I've seen it from distance this season, and each time they get bypassed us, they expect Van Dijk to do that recovery and challenging and all that stuff. That's how I see it, and he's not doing that. If you look at each time they went past us, people were just jogging back. There was no like fast pace, like getting back and try to slide tackle and block the ball. I think that's what they expected, and it's not happening.
He's not back for us. I've said that. I'll stand by it. He's not back yet. He's not back.
Not yet. Not at all.
Mentally, he's not back yet. He's not.
Yeah. But I think, guys, there's a lot of naivety in our play on a weekend, and it stems from beating our arch nemesis Manchester United. Think about it from a player's perspective. We absolutely tore Manchester United apart. Yes, we know they're not the team of yesteryear and they're being going for a sticky patch right now, but we absolutely blattered them at their own home stadium. It's like we went in their house and rubbed their things in front of them and said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, fam? You can't do nothing. You know what I mean? We took out their sofas. We absolutely murdered. So the players, for me, were on a high and they were acting arrogant. I saw it in the opening stages. I know my stuff. I was watching and thinking, guys, settle down. If I was a manager, I'd be like, just settle down. There's no need to be going at 100 miles an hour.
It was too frantic. I would have said to them, it's still got to win this game.
Yeah, but Laser, like, you got 2 goals. What do you do next? You let them come out, right?
Slow it down and let them come at us.
There you go.
Dictate the game. But we were still pushing. Van Dijk was still in the centre circle. What's all that about, man? So Klopp's got to take a little bit of blame. And this is what you were saying in the next topic. And I'm not saying it's to blame for the result, because at the end of the day, Brighton are a good team. We've got to give credit where credit's due. And for me, I can stand up now and say Brighton deserved the points.
Of course,
I'm not going to say, this, that, that.
They could have won it, you know.
They could have won it.
They could have won it.
Football is a game of 2 halves, and it's played over 90 minutes. It's not played over 10, 15-minute bursts, 20-minute, 30-minute spells. It's played over 94 minutes whenever that referee blows the whistle into the fat lady sings. Do you know what I mean, guys? And for me, we sort of bottled that, and that doesn't send a good message out, because we're going to have to sort our stuff out, tighten up our game, and adapt a different strategy, because we're going into games now, and I'm biting my nails thinking 2-0's not enough.
Nope.
Against Atletico, against Milan, we cannot keep the bed sheets clean, and it's not good, guys. I'm not happy with it. And I'm looking at the bigger picture now. Yes, there's a long way to go. We continue to play like that, there'll be no 20 title coming, and Champions League, I'll tell you that, guys.
Listen, every goal we conceded, I think, this season is bypassing our defense. That's what it is. You know what I mean? They go past our defense with ease now.
Barring that first goal by them, you're right, Foz.
Every goal is bypassing our defense, man. That's what the manager's there for. That's what the coaching staff is there for. What do they analyze in the damn analyzing room? I'd love to know, because it's the same type of freaking goals, and it's getting to the point like I've seen this before. Like it's just.
You know what I'm gonna
ridiculous.
say? You know, maybe we should play Matip and Konate and just
play free. Just shut up shop.
No. Just play them, and then Van Dijk. You're not ready yet, bruv.
Yeah.
For me,
just give him a
I'm
rest.
seeing it now. I'm seeing it.
Even Robertson, it's the same thing. I mean, there's so many players.
Listen, I could have done a good job against Man United, how we battered them the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's back. I don't think he's
not back,
yet.
man.
Mentally,
Yeah.
I think.
Let me flag up one of these
Matip.
comments. Big up to Abdul, one of the regulars on this platform. Big up to yourself, Abdul, ALFC. Yeah, we're a bit frustrated. Part of it's for me. I've had a long day today. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at the bigger picture of it. Like, we all want our team to do good, and you win some, you lose some. It's part and parcel of football. You cannot win every game. But I think, speaking on behalf of Fozzie and Anton and the wider base of Liverpool fans, that was a game there to be won. And 3 points were ours, man. They were already wrapped up with the bow on there. I mean, we've wrapped the wrapping paper and gave it back to Brighton. It was unprofessional. It was really unprofessional. And you've got to look at it. If we want to be league champions, you can't play like that. Everyone keeps talking about, we ain't lost the game and this. And I'm not dissing Liverpool fans. You talk, but come on, guys. What happened when Liverpool went 97 points? We lost one game, but we had no title to show for it, guys.
Yeah, true. Remember that? That's
12 years ago.
They forgot. They forgot.
2009, 2 defeats, 12 draws, 86 points. Manchester United won the title by 4 points more because we kept drawing games. They're no good, guys. And I'm seeing a pattern. We already have 4 draws. So the trajectory is looking like we're going to get about 10 draws.
Yeah.
And we've got to sort that out now. We've got to sort it out. But big up to yourself, though, Adful. What you're saying now, I don't mean in a bad way. I get what you're feeling after the result. Yes, not a defeat, but how did we draw like that? You tell me, because I'm just scratching my head. I know where it came from, but the defence was light in the midfield. You know, it was just too open. Oxlade can't do the job what Fab does.
No, he can't.
It's not his game. He can't do what Henderson does.
And Jones.
Yeah,
no, they were overrun. They were overrun.
Just open them.
Yeah, overrun.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, when we're talking about what can we do now, because we're getting light on players in the midfield now. You know, with the Milners, the Caters, players like that. Harvey Elliott, he's not a defensive-minded player.
This was always going to happen, bro. This was always going to happen when you go into a season like this with no like strength and depth. What do you expect? You know what I mean? You're relying on injury-prone players.
You're relying on yesteryear.
Yeah,
yesteryear, like, because you won the league before and we had pure 11.
Exactly.
And won the league with that 11 and a few injuries, little something there. But the guys just thinking maybe you could do it again. It doesn't work. That's a big gamble. I did say to people, we need to buy, we need to strengthen, we need to get.
I know. Been saying it from day one.
Fight for places.
Yeah. And then the thing is, Salah will go through a period when he will hit a dry spell. He's going to hit. There's going to be no water in that well.
Mate, they were doubling up on him. They were doubling up on him.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. But the over-reliance on Salah and looking on Alisson, let's say maybe Van Dijk, it's got to stop for me, because we've got to do better as a defensive unit. Play a bit rough at times. Play a bit horrible and a bit ugly.
But that's how it was before. That's how it was before. Yeah. We're not like that anymore. We're just
what? If Milner didn't play the game against Man United and played Saturday,
we would have won.
I think would
have got better. Yeah, because he's nasty like that, Milner.
He will raise everyone's game. He will raise everyone's game.
Card. He would have got the little niggle tackles and got away with it. Yeah. But them guys ain't going to do that. Jones...
And this is where they've got to learn, Anton and guys. This is where the likes of the young Joneses and players like that are going to learn. It's not all about the trickery and the flair and letting it get to your head and doing all the quote turns. It's about working as a defensive unit.
Because you can't always have the ball for 90 minutes.
What has won us the league, guys? What's won us the league at the midfield? Battling other midfielders. That's what's won us the league. We don't do that anymore.
Outrunning.
We're not doing that anymore. Look at the stats. We're not doing that anymore.
We outclass them. We outrun every midfield.
Exactly.
But
guys, do you think Klopp knows this, and this is why he's telling the team to play frantic in the opening stages? Because when I look back on the Brighton game, he looked like desperation. 2-0, the disallowed goal. It was like a goal difference game. You know what I mean? And when I look at other teams in comparison, the great Liverpool sides of yesteryear, let's say Man United and even Man City, they'll bore the opposition into submission. pass it around at the back, draw them on. But it felt like we were going full tilt, 100 miles an hour. It was like
even 2-0 up,
4 goals, and it's like no, a top team shouldn't need to do that.
It's common sense, bro. It's common sense, bro.
Take it in half time, and then do the same thing again. The cracks will happen because they want to get that goal, especially for their fans that have travelled. Yeah. And then bang, smash them again. Then another 2. That's what you do. But it was just like
the worst part of it is, and like they scored just before half time. I mean, that's the worst part of it.
I know.
I mean, and so they have enough time to recover.
Keita,
and
would have been different if Keita played full 90 almost, but yeah,
possibly. I
don't know, but is he that guy to trip up man or get a yellow card?
No, that's not his style. He's not nasty like that. Naby Keita.
This comment.
The others will do that. The others will do that.
This comment, guys, like, why do we struggle to defend as a unit? Like, that's what we need to get back to. I honestly think that Anton and Laser, I think we need to become a team again. You know what I mean? Because we're not a team this season. For some reason, yes, we're winning the odd games, but we did that in the past with Roy Evans or whatever. But we need to get back as a unit, man, and get together in order for us to challenge for the title. Yeah. I'm sorry, but Jones cannot play anymore. I'm sorry. He can't start a game. He could finish off a game if we're winning about 3-0 or whatever it is. But this, we need to get rid of. We need to go back to hard-working players in the middle, man, because we need to battle the other teams. West Ham is not going to be easy. Atletico is not going to be easy. If we have this open up midfielders that's letting people through for fun, then we're in trouble, guys. We're in deep.
Do you think the international break's going to come up at a good time? We can reassess, reconvene.
We need to like
we need it.
It's the first time I'm actually calling for international break. Please, any international break, please. I wake up in the morning.
It's true. It's the first time they need to watch tapes. They need to watch tapes of this season because we're absolutely appalling at defending.
Currently, guys, we have a live score. A game taking place in the Premier League tonight. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Everton Football Club 1 with 15 minutes remaining.
Sorry, guys. Guys in blue. I know we're family in that. I know we're family. I know.
What family?
What family?
Liverpool family. They're from the ends. They're from the ends, mate. You know, they're from the Liverpool ends, man. I don't hate them. You know what I mean? I don't hate them.
Yeah. So we're going to move on from this Brighton one now. It's all in the past. We're going to dust down as a team, dust down as a fan base, and we live to fight another day now. Yeah. So we've kind of covered this club to blame. What do you think, Anton? What do you think is the blame for the in-game management and doing subs a bit earlier? Because the subs were a bit iffy, but I think because Keita got injured, it messed up the dynamics of what he had.
I think he should have come on instead of like starting the game because of what happened to him in that Man United game. I think so. I don't know what you guys think.
Foz, you took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know how
he should have started.
He should have started.
He should have started. I don't get that. And that wasn't his game. To be honest, guys, when I did the team sheet like an hour before, I thought Keita, Jones, and Henderson. I thought, Brighton are gonna overrun us. I knew. I did. I'm not just saying it to say it. I just thought that's not. There's no steel in there. There's no grit.
No.
Keita's not a nasty player. Plus, he's a player that's always, thinking on his mind. He's always conservative. Is he going to get injured? Is he going to pull up with a hamstring or something like that?
Especially players like him. Players like him.
He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy when he got injured. You could see he's banging the floor. Why is this happening to me all the time? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I think it was for me. It was careless in playing him straight away. But
it's not good.
But doesn't that show that we're lacking in players? We're lacking now. The midfield's getting, and I'm hearing people say Minamino might have to play there, and Firmino this that. Now we're gonna have to. Actually, do you think we should go 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1? I should say, because the 4-3 is too open, guys. At the moment, let us know in the comments.
I wish I can tell you
what you think, because something needs to change.
It's Firmino back, not Firmino. Fab.
Not for now. It'll probably be after the international break.
His injury is complicated. It's too complicated to say. Yeah, I think I agree with Anton. I think it's time to rest Van Dijk. I think like bring on Matip and Konate.
We're gonna get hate mail for this Foz.
Yeah, but it's true, mate. He doesn't look right.
They won't see it. Some people just think, because it's Van Dijk one of the best.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you bench him, Anton, if you bench him, he will probably change his mindset. I might have to take the risk now. You know what I mean? Now it looks like he's worried every single time someone's next to him, and it's not the Van Dijk we know.
He's not the same guy.
Because even he was partially at fault for that second Brighton goal. Yeah. He looked like he was lagging, man, like he was glitching. It looked like a FIFA glitch. Like, there was like a second was out, and you could see it coming, and Trossard boiled up our players. Yeah. And he's a good player. He's a tidy player. I like him. Brighton, a good team, man. Brighton.
Remember I said to you about that guy. I told you about Trossard. You go.
I knew about Trossard from time.
I said, but you only asked who's
no, me. We can go back to the replay because I knew about Trossard.
I didn't say you don't doubt you. You said, who do you think's a threat?
Yes,
and I think you said, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
And I said,
you're right,
Trossard. He's trouble, mate. He's trouble. He's not just his touch. It's his technique. It's his brain.
Work rate.
Very smart.
He will go to a higher team. He will.
Clever. Very clever.
I'll be surprised if Newcastle get him with their investment. He's a good player.
Clever.
Brighton don't go anywhere. He is. Trossard is a good player. I'm telling you. They've got some good, tidy players. Lads is another one.
He reminds me of remember Tadic used to play for
Southampton.
Yeah,
Tadic.
You know when you say, this guy's got something, but
but you can't work it out while it is.
Yeah, and he went to Ajax and he's like, right, this guy is doing his bit, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like that. If he goes to another team.
Yeah. We got to TJ. Liverpool FC has to bid for Bissouma in the January transfer window. If we are challenging for the title this season, someone who is tough tackling and a solid midfielder. Big up to yourself, TJ. Big up to yourself. Thanks for joining us. And you, Andrew Stevens, as well. So, guys, man, we're going to dust ourselves down and move on now. I'm not going to blame Klopp. Sometimes you just got to...
I can't blame Klopp, you know?
And just say, you know what? The opposition manager had us worked out.
Graham Potter, bro. Graham Potter.
Yeah, but guys, man, when you're 2-0 up, you don't lose that, man.
True.
Yeah, true.
They got to take the blame for that, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to blame the coach for something, and that's it, man. 2-0 up, let the team come on to you, then you could hit them on the break. You know what I mean? You don't just open up and still play the same way. You know what I mean? So that's what he's done, and he's got to take the blame for that. But we've got to learn, like Laser said, we've got to dust ourselves down and learn from it, and then we'll just move on from it, man. We can't keep looking back. Got to look forward, innit?
Agree.
Yeah.
So we're returning back to the champions. Taking place this Wednesday. So, guys, Liverpool vs Atletico Madrid. We know how hard they made it in the previous encounter. How do you see this game shaping up, guys?
We've got the keys, innit? They have to come at us to open us up. So we just got to counter-attack them on their mistakes, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, because if you got the keys, I mean, they got to unlock you. So yeah, I honestly think
like counter-attack, same.
Yeah, counter-attack, man.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't have. We've got nothing to lose. They've got everything to. Yeah,
especially that loss the other day. Yeah. They're gonna be aggressive, innit?
Yeah,
they're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna dive and get anything.
Of course,
trying to, you know what I mean, disrupt the play, and just like Simeone as a player.
Yep.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the keys, so we just have to tell them to come on to us, and then we just open them up that way, man. Because if we play like the other day, then it ain't gonna work. Just let them come on to us, and then we'll dictate the play.
I'll vote for a counter attack.
Yeah.
So who do we start then? Do we go with the 4-3-3, or should we try something different? 4-2-3-1. Bring Jota back, give Firmino a break again. Time to unleash Jota, because he has been out of the side for a bit now.
That's not bad.
Firmino didn't have too much of a good game. He looked like he was gassed for me, and he was losing the ball a lot. He was losing the ball, squandering a lot of easy picking chances. He had 2 clear-cut chances where, in all honesty, he should have buried. He should have buried those.
Especially in the form he's in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Especially in the form he's in, you think, he's putting them away. Even though he's not that finisher guy. But when you're on form, innit? And you think, you know what? He's going to score this. And I was like...
Listen, at the end of the day, it's a squad game now, innit, up front for us. So, we might have to go Jota, Salah, Mane, or just play Firmino up front and play Jota in the wing again. I mean, Mane, even though he scored a goal, but what was he doing, guys? I might be watching a different game.
He was busy in the opening stages, but he tailed off. He was busy, but he tailed off. I think as a team, we tailed off. And I think what happened was, for me, looking back on the game, that Brighton goal to make it 2-1. What's his name? Mwempu. You know, that was a worldie of a goal.
Like I said,
I think that caught our team off guard that did. You could see their players looked at each other and thought, ooh.
And the wind was up their ass then. It was like, we can get this, you know.
Instantly. And this is what is the difference between Liverpool now from Liverpool 18-19/1920.
Yeah.
That would have phased the boys back then. No way that would have phased them. So what if they got a consolation goal? But I saw fear in some of the players. I saw, oh no. We're gonna have to up the ante again.
Do you think that do you think that thing is creeping back in? Like when we each time we can see the goal, we're like shitting it. Do you think that's creeping back in?
It's creeping back into the game, bro. 100%. And it's a good fortune that it never happened in the Manchester United
I think maybe
game.
the players believe that Van Dijk's not back as well. I think they might believe. As you're saying that, I'm putting the puzzles together now. Maybe they're thinking, as you said, you saw a couple of scared dudes. Maybe they're thinking, shit, he's not really back yet, but fuck, what are we going to do?
But I just think it's a culmination of things, guys. I feel like, even Fuzzy alluded to, and a lot of our fan base is saying it, Robbo's not right as well. Something's not right with him. His deliveries are poor. He's not creating. He's not scoring goals. Do you know what I mean? And our free kick routines are poor as well. I think during this international break, let's get this out of the way. Win as ugly as you can against West Ham United. You don't have to win with all these goals or flair, style and
I'll take a 1-0 any day, bro.
Just get it done. Don't matter how it's done.
A 1-0 penalty in the last minute. Then ones
exactly. Reassess and come back after the international break and kick on for Arsenal. What Liverpool need to do is put a good consecutive runs together. And looking at the table in prior seasons, a lot of people are saying it might not be an upper 90s point season. Chelsea are due their blick. Now, they'll get the table back on once again. Bear with me, people, because we need to look at this. So, we've got the table on. So, if you're looking at the table now, Liverpool's won 6 games. For me, that's a poor return out of 10. I'd rather would have lost a couple and won 8. Honestly, guys, for me, it's a poor return. When you look at Liverpool, when we were challenging for the titles, even when it was the 17-18 season, we weren't quite ready, and Man City went on to 100 points. We already had 7-8 games won. We actually won all our games bar one. We won the title and the 97 points one. When we drew to Man United at Old Trafford was the only blip on the radar. So when you're looking at that now, the draws here and there, I know more draws are going to come at Anfield. So Liverpool have to do something and adopt a different strategy defensively and work something else. Because at the moment, Salah's been on the crest of a wave, goal after goal, informed player in the world of football. And I just sense a little bit of reliance where even I'm seeing in Salah's game where he's trying that same trick like he did against Watford. I saw him doing it against Brighton. It ain't going to always work.
It's not always going to work,
It's not going to work all the time. And there was a lot of arrogance and complacency in that game, and it needs to be eradicated. Klopp needs to fire a rocket up them arse wall. That's what he needs to do. Serious talk, man. You know what I mean, guys? Because that cannot continue. It can't, man. A team of Liverpool's caliber and pedigree, if we're going to win 7, the European Cup and a Premier League title, we cannot continue to play like that. We can't, man. That's PS5 FIFA football business. Exactly, when you're playing against your mates and then you put the pad down for 1 second, you feel, let me just have a bite of my sandwich or a sip of my drink, and he scored a goal and he's back in the game. Come on, man. Look how Chelsea are managing their games. We can't be naive and just be blind to them, guys. You know what I mean? They're managing their games very well. Honestly,
I don't think they play pretty, but
it's efficient.
They get the job done,
man. They get efficient. Efficient German, standard German, the standard. Our German's that rock star kind of German, you know what I mean? The efficient one.
Yes.
But you know what's funny, Ant? You know what's funny, guys? Yeah, I wouldn't swap my defense for theirs. That's the funniest thing about it. I wouldn't swap Van Dijk and Matip and all them for those defenders.
You know what, guys? I know this is going to sound controversial, right? I wouldn't swap James for Trent, but I would have James challenging Trent, I think Reece James is
as a double up or
as an understudy. I would.
I'm gonna play.
I think we're looking at it with our blinkers on.
I'm gonna play Trent. I'm gonna play James this game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's a good player, man. He's tailor-made for Liverpool. We look at Wan-Bissaka. He's good defensively, but he ain't got the brains attacking aspect of the game. But when I look at Reece James, he's got all the minerals and all the credentials to make it as that attacking hybrid wing back slash right back player.
He looks to me like he's Kyle Walker with a brain. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, he's got confidence, man. He can score
Pace,
as well. He's in the right place. He's at the right time.
Because he's still one of the fastest players in the Premier League. You know,
but he lacks a footballing IQ. Man.
He ain't got a brain. Honestly, check it. He's probably the fastest player. He's not the best defender. He's recovery. He's the quickest, one of the quickest players. He could be top 3.
Still concedes penalties though. Still like brings people down.
I know. It does dumb.
Currently, it's Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Everton 1 in the 90th minute. Let's hope it stays like that. Sorry to interrupt you, Anton. I want Everton to lose. I want Rafa to be under pressure. I know it sounds bad mind, but I don't want Everton winning nothing. I don't want Rafa to do well with them. Why don't I want him to do well with them?
Our manager, you know what I mean? Our ex-manager, you know what I mean? It's a joke, man. Absolute joke, that.
Karaha. I love that he's called Karaha.
So guys, so people get active in the chat, man, guys.
Yeah,
get active, man. Show's wrapping up soon. Yeah. So team versus Atletico Madrid, Fuzzy. Take it away. Back 4.
We've got to win it. We've got to win it or get at least a point to get through. So I say the back 4. I think it's time to rest Mr. Van Dijk. I think Matip should come in for him. Kanate should learn his trade, so he still should play. I think Trent and I think Tsimikas has got to come in, guys. I'm sorry.
Tsimikas, yes.
It's time to play him now, man. I'm not trashing Robbo. I'm one of the biggest fans of Robbo, but it's too many games. It's too many games. You don't want to end the guy's career like this, man.
Right, so I think it's burnt out, man. And it was at the Euros as well.
You got to be realistic, man. You got to wake up to reality, man. The guy is burnt out, and he's not only that. Once he plays this, he's gonna play international football after that. You know,
exactly.
I mean, he's captain Scotland. You know, it's just too much, man. So
I think Tsimikas is chomping at the bit now.
Yeah. Play him. Yeah. Obviously, Hendo in the middle. I don't want to see Curtis Jones again. I'm sorry, guys. I'd rather have Oxlade, you know what I mean, than Curtis Jones. I don't know how.
We need some bodies. We need some solid bodies in there, man.
I think Thiago should be back. I'm sure they said Thiago.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Hopefully,
don't say that, West Ham. Question mark for West Ham.
I think he might be. So he might come in the midfield, and then I think play the same 3 that played against Man Utd, like Jota, Firmino, and Salah. I mean, I love Mane. Don't get me wrong; he done well in the other day. But those guys can get goals, and they're more like positional based as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mane coming off the bench helps as well. So I say go for that.
Yeah. But should we go more defensive, counter-attacking?
We hold the keys, bro. I mean, it just depends on Klopp, innit? Just tell them like don't go too far from the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, we hold
they
the
have
keys.
to come at us.
They have to come out. They have to come out.
They have to come out,
bro. They have to.
They have to. 100%.
I'm with Fozzie with that team, though. I'm with Fozzie with that team. Almost exactly. Is it the same? I would say yes. Mane. He was lively the other day, but maybe another little sub.
Yeah.
You know. I want that fire in that belly again. You know what I mean? That fire, like, you know, like when that Mane that he was scared. You remember when Messi said he should be one of the Ballon d'Or guys, man, because this guy is everywhere. When he said that, he said this guy is everywhere. So I want that Mane back. So I will play Jota as well. I'll play the same front 3 against Man United. Jones can. I want Jones to just sit on the bench.
I think Jones
observe it, Anton. Observe.
Yeah,
just watch things, man.
Against
you know Anton. You know what the unfortunate thing for him is? He hasn't been loaned out ever. You know what I mean? He hasn't gone to the first championship to, you know,
yes, you're right.
The physical side. I mean, go and learn, man. That's what Mount done. That's what Harvey Elliott has done. Learn. Go and learn out there. You're jumping straight to the team like you're Steven Gerrard. You're not Steven Gerrard, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got Steven Gerrard's old number, and that's it for me.
That's it, man. You gotta be realistic, you know what I mean? Yeah, so just
Stevie McManaman's original number 17.
Anton. I told Laser, what did you used to call me when I was a kid?
Steve Black Manaman.
I heard about
Steve Black Manaman.
That's what he used to call me.
Steve Black Manaman, because he was slim, slender, innit? And he could take on man for fun. And that was Fozzie.
I miss playing football, man.
Man.
I miss them days, man.
We play anywhere else, mate. We played anywhere in the streets.
Played football from morning till a night time, guys. Morning till night time.
My mum will call me and I will blank my mum. That's the only time I blank my mum, bro. Black Anton!
Yeah, guys, man. So yeah, we just, for me, I think we should learn them onto us.
Yeah.
And try and pick them off. Play conservative and tight. Like I think we should treat the game as if we're away from home, rather than play the occasion and so-called the Anfield atmosphere. I don't think we need to go full throttle. That's suicidal and that's silly. That's absolutely silly to do that. But guys, you could join us this Wednesday at 10 to 8 for the live watch-along of Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. We will be covering it on this platform.
Of course.
So the game looks like it's approaching full time between Everton and Wolverhampton.
Yeah, they've won.
Yeah, so full-time results.
Full-time.
That's it. So big up to Wolverhampton, Yam boys. Just up the corner for me, like. Oh, Tamia.
Unlucky, guys. Unlucky, boys. Unlucky.
Oh, gosh, man. We're right at the moment. Big up to everybody locked in tonight, man.
100%.
Appreciate everybody staying tuned.
Don't
you know what to
arrogant.
do, guys?
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah. Big up to Aziz and Abdul, man. Regular contributors to the channel. We do appreciate that. Don't go unnoticed. Big up to everybody, man. So we'll be back this Wednesday. Any guys, you want to say anything before we head out for the night?
Let's just hit the subscription button, like button, and notification button. You know what I mean?
All what Fuzzy said. Yeah,
That's what we need.
The link is up there somewhere. Yeah, there, here. Yeah.
Hit it
on the sides.
Just hit it like you're doing. Hit it like you're doing that.
Sonic boom.
Oh,
that's it.
Tiger uppercut.
That's right. Let me see how you can. How you can. Okay, people. So big up to everybody locked in and locked on to the LRFC show. Guys, have a good night's sleep. Take care. Look after yourself. And Fuzzy, as you usually say, I know.
See you. I'll see you soon. See you, everyone. Take care, everyone.